Hello, Tarot Tribes. Okay, we are now already 250 plus strong. Okay, it's nice to hear that. It's nice to discover that. Now, welcome to our Good Morning Tarot. And today we will start by trying to get what is the main energy of everyone for today. Okay, so this is a general reading. This is applicable to all signs. Okay, so let us see. Oops, I forgot to turn on the crystal ball. Okay, so let us see what is the main energy for today. Wow, okay, so we have here the Two of Cups. Okay, so the main energy is equal giving and taking. Also unconditional love. For some, it can be a new romance. Okay, so for some, there might be somebody coming your way right now, somebody who is capable of unconditional love, somebody who uh, is willing to receive love from you at the same time to give it also in return. So there is a probability that if you start this relationship with this person, it will be a mature one, a fulfilling one, and something that wherein both of you feel free. In a certain sense, also for some of you, if this is a relationship, you seem to mirror each other very well. So the possibility of soulmate can be there. And also when you are together, I feel there is also that journey towards wholeness and healing. For some of you who are happily single right now, this card can symbolize wholeness, wherein you are undergoing holistic healing, wherein there is healing, which can be symbolized by this snake, and at the same time, you are very much in touch with the divine at this present time. Your cup will be overflowing because of your relationship with the divine and your wholeness. You are achieving a certain balance between your masculine and your feminine side. So whether there is a relationship or not, you will still be happy. You will not be longing. For example, you are not in the extreme, you are somewhere in the middle. So it means you have a masculine and feminine side in you, so you don't need anybody to fill up your cup. For example, persons who are highly feminine oftentimes long for somebody who is a little bit masculine to counterbalance their femininity. And those who are highly masculine sometimes needs somebody who's very feminine to counterbalance their masculinity. Now, if you are somewhere in the middle, wherein you both have the masculine and feminine side, somehow you are more stable. You don't need the people to fill up your cup. You just reach out to people in relationship because you want them to share in your joy. At the same time also, you also would like to share in their joy, in their hopes, in their struggles. So you just needed somebody to be with. But at the same time, you can easily let them go if they need to go. Okay, so it's a beautiful, healthy relationship where everybody has the freedom to come and go. So if this is a relationship right now, this is the energy of your relationship. Now, if this is you are happily single right now, there's a certain wholeness in you wherein you are able to, your intuition and your being grounded in reality are equal. So you are not always high on, not your head is not always on the clouds. You are also still able to see what is happening in your reality. At the same time also, you are creative, but at the same time decisive. Okay, you have good boundaries, but at the same time you are compassionate. So you are able to attain a certain wholeness in your person right now. So this is our main energy for today, which is very nice, no? Very healthy relationship, healthy personality also. Now, what can we expect for the day? Okay, I think it is letting go of certain things. Part of the transformation process is letting go of things that are no longer helpful to you. So, a certain form of decluttering. Okay, well, it's good to start the new year with decluttering. You try to see which are the things. Yeah, for some of you, maybe, yeah, you need to declutter. Like for example, you try to see which are the things that can still be usable but you no longer use, so you can share it to other people who might need it. Okay, those things that you need to let go already, maybe you already removed them from, so that you can start the new year better. Now, at the same time, when you let go of certain things, a certain space is created so that the universe can fill it up. And the universe is offering you right now a new gift, something that will replace those things that no longer serve you at this present time. The tree symbolizes, for me, it symbolizes, like, because you are leaning in the tree, the man is leaning in the tree, it symbolizes that the universe has your back. The universe is supporting you. So they will help you also let go of these things, and at the same time, they will give you new things to fill up the space that these things we previously took. Okay, now you're letting them go, and yeah. So yeah, in a certain sense, yeah, now that you have that wholeness, you no longer need codependent relationships at this time, because you are attaining a certain wholeness. It's easier for you now to let go of unhealthy relationships. So if it is a relationship, something is coming new. I think you deserve more right now. You've come to a certain point in your maturity that you no longer, you deserve more. You realize that you deserve more, and you don't settle anything for anything less than a loving relationship anymore. You know that you deserve much more. Okay. The advice of the universe, these are already spilled cups. Okay. It's time for you to turn around and take the new gifts that the universe is offering you. There's a bridge in the distance. It's like create new bridges. Okay, create new relationships. No, relationships that allow you to nurture your inner self, which can be symbolized by the river, and at the same time, yeah. So this is really letting go. No, so it's really letting go and choosing better relationships. At the same time, also letting go of certain things that hinder you from becoming mature and whole as a person. So the wholeness also is letting go also of those things that no longer are healthy for you. So maybe for some of you, you are right now being encouraged, and somehow I feel your body is already longing for healthier food, healthier beverages, maybe also healthier lifestyles, no, healthier habits, no. So these are the things that I can see right now. It's a good way to start the year. So it's more of decluttering right now, decluttering in your physical, like your property, decluttering your things, at the same time also relationships, also situations. And also maybe preoccupations, and also your spiritual practices, those practices that hinder you from undergoing that spiritual transformation that you need. So this is what we can see for your main energy for today in our Good Morning Tarot. Now we will finally go to the second part, which is self-care tips. Okay, for our self-care tip, we have here, we have to look upon the environment with optimism. The pessimism is within us. Okay. It says here, think of an issue in your life you have felt negatively about recently and apply this lens. The lens is, my challenges are my greatest teachers. I use them to learn about myself and to live more consciously and authentically. Okay, so whatever difficulty you encounter in life, they can become potential stepping stones. They can be potential open windows that we can enter to. They are potential lessons that we can learn from. So oftentimes, if certain events that had happened makes you feel a little bit uneasy, there's a certain remorse in it, or a certain resentment in it, we can always look at it as an opportunity for us to learn. Sometimes also, certain things happen which at first might appear to be negative, but after a certain time, when time has passed and when we look back into that situation, we realize that they are actually blessings in disguise, because they sometimes, for example, a bad situation has happened and it made us make a certain choice in our life. And then later on we realize, it was a blessing because it led us to make a certain choice that is now benefiting us at this present time. So it a certain say. So I always, yeah, I like the phrase that I saw before when this person said, everything that happens to me is always for my own good, whether it is positive or negative. There is something, it directs me to my greatest good. It is part of the journey towards my benefit. So in the near future, everything that you encounter, whether it is a happy experience or a painful experience, it will always contribute to our betterment in the future. When we look at it that way, we continue to have a positive outlook amidst the challenges. I like the picture that they had about proactivity, the one I saw before when I was browsing in the internet. There was a word proactivity, and then there is this person wearing holding an umbrella under the rain. So it's a very good example of proactivity. Well, everything around him is wet already, but that small space under the umbrella he is holding is dry. So the area that is covered by the umbrella can symbolize the things that are within your control, the things that are within your area of influence. These are the things that you can control in life. And I remember this phrase, Lord, let me give me the grace to appreciate the things that I can change and the things that I cannot change, and to have the humility to accept, to accept that I cannot change them. So in a certain something like that. So uh, being contented with the things that you can control, you try to improve on the things that you can control. The things that you cannot control, like for example, the reaction of other people, the point of view of other people towards you, these things you cannot control, you entrust it to the universe, okay? And you just accept them as they come. You take the blow. It's like, yeah, makes me think of the boxers, no? When they fight, no, sometimes they receive blows, and they take the blows with courage, knowing that it's a part of the game, part of the journey, that you encounter certain challenges. But to always believe that everything that happens in our life is just part of the wheel of fortune, that all these things will pass and all these things will contribute to our betterment in the future. Well, I hope it resonates with you right now and it helps you right now in your present journey. Excuse me. Now we go to the handbook that accompanies this card with regards to internal self-care. You are an evolving being on a journey. Today, allow yourself the grace to be just that. It is okay to relax and let things be. There is not always something to be fixed. Okay. So sometimes even if certain things seems to be a little bit off, we don't have to fix everything. Sometimes it's better to say, I remember this religious leader, when she had a problem, when she has a problem, she will go before the altar and pray to the Lord and says, Lord, we have a problem. Can you fix it? So it's like that. So it's like going to the boss and telling the boss, boss, we have a problem. Can you fix it? Okay, so it's like that. It's like a little boy also, or a little child, no? When their toy is destroyed, they go to their parents, no, or to somebody who's older than them. They give them the toy and ask them to fix it, and then they forget about it. They start playing again. And then later on, the elder person fixes the toy and gives it back to them, and they are happy again. So it's like that also. External self-care, it says here. We all encounter challenges in our lives, and it can be interesting to note that when looked at from a bird's eye view, a pattern often emerges over time when it comes to our dealing in the world. There are certain areas where we tend to have the most struggle: relationships, connecting in community over beliefs, values or shared activities, or our creative life and sense of individuality. Our work, okay. In looking at the broad scope of life, of your life, in what areas have you experienced the most struggle? How have you largely dealt with these challenges, and what kind of things do you tell yourself about why this is happening? Today, ask yourself, what is that I must learn about myself that I have had a hard time accepting? So much so that I continually experience challenge and strife in this area of my life. Okay, so those things that we have been trying to improve but we still couldn't improve. Okay, the answer may not be easy, but choosing to own what troubles you in the world is powerful. From that position, it is possible to see challenge in a positive light and to embrace the process of learning and growing into a more conscious, aligned version of yourself. Give yourself grace in this process. Now, sometimes we have certain habits, no? Like the one that we saw right now in the earlier in the tarot reading, no? There are certain things that we need to let go. Sometimes they are bad habits, and when they are bad habits, it's hard to get rid of them because we got used to it, so it's hard to remove them. So it will take a long process. So you will have to be very patient with yourself. Like for example, you are able to let go of it for a few days, and then suddenly you fall, you go back again to the same habit, and then you say, okay, I fell again, I begin again. Okay, it's always that willingness to begin again and to be better the next time around, to learn from it. Like for example, okay, what made me fall at this time? So what is the thing that I need to modify so that I will not fall again next time? So you try to improve on it. So every time you fall, you analyze the situation and you try to see how you can improve on it, and then later on you will realize it becomes longer and longer until you no longer fall, and then later on you discover you finally gotten rid of whatever it is that you need to let go. So this is what we can have, what we can see right now in this card, and also somehow related to our tarot card reading earlier. So I hope this has benefited you right now. Thank you for the likes and the comments you've given to the channel. Thank you also for subscribing. And if you feel this will help somebody, don't hesitate to share it with them. Well, I look forward to seeing you again next time. I hope this has been helpful to you. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.